Oh, I thought you were gonna say like sandwich maker.
No. Look, I've been to plenty of Subways.
Are
Women
terrible
love to
sandwich
be called
makers.
artisans. No, they're sandwich
Artisans.
artisan.
Oh boy.
Yes. Or dishwasher.
I was leaning towards dishwasher, but I'm hungry, so sandwich sounded like a better response. I think sandwich would have been a way better response, so I was like, I'll stick with it. So I've seen the way some women
I
wash
was telling
dishes.
Blueberry. I was telling Blueberry's little brother, hey, we gave you a shout out on the podcast, and he was like, oh, okay, cool, I'll watch it. And then I go to look to send him the link, and I was like, wait a minute, what podcast?
Yeah.
So I messaged you Wednesday, and you were like, oh, there's
Yeah.
issues with the music. And I was like, oh, okay, what about our podcast? And you were like, oh, no, those are just fine. And I'm like, all right, maybe he's just in the middle of uploading it. I'll let it go. And
And
then
it
it
just
comes
didn't happen.
Thursday. Then it comes Friday, and I was like, I don't think he's uploading. I was like, well, fuck it, I'll talk to him Sunday. We'll iron
Yeah.
it out then.
I mean, you have to remember, like, dude, you have to be able to like talk to me too, because
No, I figured if you didn't get it done, I figured you were busy or shit was happening, so I didn't want to bug you.
well, it doesn't take much to just set it up and then like just let it do its upload thing and that's it. But like, if I got other shit going on, since most of my day is spent at work, like by the time I get home, I'm so happy to be out of fucking work that I lose track of the shit that I gotta do. So I
So what I'm
mean,
hearing is we need to get enough subscribers and supporters so you can quit your day
that's not gonna happen. But
job.
that's not gonna happen. But in a perfect world, that'd be great.
Well, there's a lot of shitty people on YouTube that are famous right now, so I mean it's possible.
Yeah, well, if I need to be shitty, then I don't want to do it.
No, I'm just saying if they can do it, we should be able to do it too.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, okay, no,
I'm not
fair
saying let's
argument.
be shitty.
That's a fair argument. No, I take it.
Oh man.
So what's hot?
So,
What's new? What's going on?
well, nothing much really. I guess just episode 9. Is it 9 of the podcast now?
Yes, it is nine. Nine.
This is episode
Nine.
9. All right. 9.
Nine.
I don't know why I thought of the seagulls from Finding Nemo, but with a mustache, like Hitler.
I was gonna say, were they German seagulls?
And I was like, 9, 9, 9.
Oh my god. Yeah, I wonder if they had German seagulls back then during the Holocaust.
I mean,
They'd fly around going nine, 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 nine,
I can guarantee they didn't have any Jewish seagulls.
because then that would have been noink, noink. Money, money,
No,
money, money, money.
they would have been they would have been put to sleep.
Lach, 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 lach. Oh, wow. They, they wouldn't be able to catch them though. They're flying.
Um, gas in the air. It's very easy.
Then the German birds would follow them. Oh, good lord.
Wow. So anywho, um, I don't want to turn the page on this and make this go south really fast in the very beginning. But what is it? Wednesday. Wednesday is election day.
Yes. I mean, it's coming up. So wait. Wednesday? No, I thought
Wednesday.
no, the third Tuesday.
Tuesday. Okay. Thursday we'll know. Okay. Tuesday is election day. Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, it's gonna be some interesting stuff. No matter whoever the fuck wins, if anybody wins, it's gonna be an interesting day. Very interesting day.
Yeah, yeah. This is probably the first time that I could remember where if one person gets the nomination, the other side is going to completely riot. If the other side gets it,
Yeah.
the other side is going to fucking completely go batshit. So like this is the
Well,
first time I've seen it.
I don't want to. I don't want to come out in the open and just take any sides and start any issues. What I am gonna say is I've noticed lately, um, there's something very weird going on. All last week, all news stations. It doesn't matter if you're right, you're left, whatever you believe in. All news stations were covering stimulus and stimulus checks. All of a sudden, Saturday, everybody went absolutely quiet. No talks, no nothing. Nothing was going on. Now, with all the other coverage as well, with Trump's not gonna he's not gonna give up lightly if he loses, or the other person's gonna say that it was rigged because of the mail-in voting. I have a big feeling Tuesday night we're not gonna have an answer. It's gonna be undecided, and either side, no matter who wins or loses, I think either side is gonna blame it on the mail-in voting, and there's gonna be some issues probably now until January 1st.
Yeah. Just
I
like
see
the
both
Florida
sides
recount
causing
of
issues.
2000 or whatever it was.
I see both sides causing issues no matter what the outcome is.
Right,
I see
exactly.
both sides arguing.
Yeah, it's gonna be that. Like
What
that's
if we had two presidents?
what.
What if we had two presidents?
But why? What
Why not?
would be the need for two presidents?
I mean, there's really not a need for one president, really.
Double the presidents, double the fuck ups. Is that what we're going for?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's 2020, dude. Let's get fucking crazy this year. You know?
Yeah, the last thing we need is any more crazy, sir.
Yeah. Well, see, my thought is 2021. Someone's gonna be like, "Oh man, I'm so glad we're done with 2020. 2021's gonna be a better year. 2021's gonna
It's
be like,
be
hold
worse.
my beer."
Hold my beer. You ain't seen nothing
They're
yet.
gonna be like, "Hold my beer."
And
Yeah,
2020 was just the mini boss.
Yeah. Yep. It was the leveling up stages.
Yep.
You just picked your starter Pokemon. Now let's get into the battles in the gyms.
2021 is gonna murder 2020. So the theme for 2021 is gonna be like that audio on TikTok. A body has been discovered.
Yeah, possibly. Speaking of murder and death and all that,
Fun. Let's get into that.
have you seen that? There's been some scientists. I believe Washington. They have finally caught some of those murder hornets that just kind of disappeared in the beginning of the year. Now they're saying the murder hornets are back and they're finding nests and all that fun stuff.
Ooh.
It's like we're circling back.
That'd be a great way to start the year.
Yeah, murder hornets again.
Again.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Oh yeah, I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
So, yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be crazy this week.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be really, really crazy. And I was talking to my roommate. Something that I don't understand. Again, without taking any political sides. Trump had said that Wednesday, when he believes he's gonna stay president, Wednesday, we're gonna have information on a much larger stimulus deal with much larger stimulus checks. Now my thought is, okay, if people are saying it's Pelosi or Mnuchin's fault, let's go with those two. They've been arguing up to the presidential debate. If everything stays exactly the same, how is anything going to change? How does Wednesday mean, oh, now we can finally have stimulus checks? How does anything change if it all stays the same?
Right.
So, I'm very confused. Because I don't think either of these children higher up in our democracy is going to do anything differently.
No.
I don't think anything's changing. So, I don't understand how we're supposed to get more and larger and greater stimulus checks. That I don't understand. So maybe somebody has some kind of like magic wand. I don't know about it.
Yeah, I doubt.
Potter thing?
Yeah. I don't know. You know what? I mean, if anything, I can see if he's reelected and he remains in office, I can only see that not getting any better because fucking like they've been arguing so much and they've been under the impression like, yeah, oh yeah, Trump's definitely gone. So let's just butter everything up towards the end and say, oh yeah, now we got talks, and so once he's out of office, we'll pass it through, and everything will be hunky dory. We'll be able to give out the stimulus checks that people need, and so on and so forth. Everything will be right in the world, so to speak. But if he does win, like the pushback, I mean, because it just seems like they've constantly, and they being Democrats, they've pushed back and delayed, and just they've made things difficult, not for themselves, but for just the average American, the American who's waiting and afraid of are these stimulus checks ever going to come out? How am I going to survive? Right now, with nothing or with very little, when the government's been for months talking about, oh yeah, there's going to be another stimulus, there's going to be some additional support that some people may desperately need now. So and again, it's just a thought, because it just seems like that has been the case, that they just now started to, now that they're under this impression that Biden's going to take it, they're like suddenly now wanting to be super like optimistic to the public about it. And I don't know if they don't get their way, are they going to now throw another shit fit and then delay the process again?
Yep. That's my worry as well. Is how is anything supposed to change? Nothing has seemed to have been changing yet. So how does the election really change anything?
Yeah.
I just see the other side. I just see them swapping sides.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. It's again, it's gonna be an interesting week, I guess.
Yeah, it's gonna be really, really, really interesting, and I mean, it's probably, this is probably gonna be a really rough week for anyone, really. I mean, it the the election this year is so polarized that we just don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen, and it's so polarized to the point where it seems like it's an extreme right and extreme left. Like, you don't have those like super like in the middle voice of reason type. It's the extreme, like it's the extremist, like that it just seems like especially now. I don't want to fall under this category, but I'm gonna do it. That I really think mainstream media and social media together has played a equal role in allowing platforms for these extremist minded people to stir up controversy and fear. And like, there, you don't have anybody really in the limelight. You don't have anyone who's really center stage and being that voice of reason to talk sense, or not even sense, but just to have I can't think of the word, but to bring some kind of calm, I guess, to those people who are really freaking out and really being afraid of civil war or civil unrest, or watching the country collapse, or et cetera, et cetera. Like, I don't see anybody like who's in the middle, who's not defining themselves as a leftist or a right or a conservative. Like, I don't see very many people doing it. And that's, I think that's why this week, or maybe even the next coming months, like you said, until January, or maybe even longer, we don't know. I kind of feel like it's going to be a really fucking rough ride, especially if you pay attention to social media, because it's gonna be everywhere.
Right. I agree. I definitely agree. I think there's going to be a lot of controversy, a lot of issues. Might see a lot of firsts, honestly.
A lot of like, what do you mean? Like, are you able to kind of like give an example? Because I'm genuinely like I'm interested or curious to hear what you mean.
I don't think we've ever had the issue where a president has been sworn out and they've not wanted to give up their seat and they like hold the White House hostage, or I don't think we've ever had the issue, maybe I'm wrong, but where we've ever had the issue to where we get a new president, but then um, I'm under the assumption that a lot of people are saying it, and I'll throw it in there that I believe if Biden wins, he's going to be deemed unfit to be president, and we're going to get somebody else instead. Because
Wouldn't that be
a lot
Kamala
of
or Kamala?
yeah, it would be her, or somehow even Pelosi could end up taking over. Nobody wants that. I don't think anybody wants Pelosi to take over. Period. But um, it would just be a chain reaction of things, because if that would happen, if Democrats get a hold of anything, if they get a hold of anything new and they take over any more power, then you got Cuomo moving up, which we don't even want him to be
Oh God, we don't like him being
governor.
governor.
Right, we don't want him to be governor, let alone anything higher. And it'll be a chain of events. Just
Right.
I think we're gonna see a whole bunch of just like new stuff happening. It's just gonna create pandemonium.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I would agree with that. I actually do agree with that.
And I'm not saying I'm against any of the Democratic thinking. There's a lot of Democrat and Republican things that I agree with. I'm more someone in the middle. I believe both sides have things that they've said or wanted they said that I agree with, but people are saying, oh well, Trump doesn't know what he's doing and he's gonna cause a war. Okay, but then like I just said with Democrats, if they win and they get a hold of new positions, you get people like Cuomo to move up in our government. Nobody's gonna want that. I mean, I'm sure there's some crazies out there that love Cuomo, and I don't know why. But if he gets higher up in government, that's not gonna be good for anybody. Like, it's only New York's problem right now. It's gonna be the whole United States problem soon.
Yeah.
So it's a weird time, man.
Yeah. It's weird. It's a very very weird, and it honestly like it seems like it's kind of like a weird transitionary kind of like we're going from one like dumpster fire over to another, or it could be we're in one like dumpster fire period of time into something else. The the only problem is we don't know what that transition is. Like, is it going to be like a second coming of the like the age of enlightenment where things are like starting to look, or like the golden age or the golden era where things are looking well, or seeing like a second industrial revolution where things are just like booming everywhere in every sector of the country, or is it going to be the coming of another dark age? Like, is it going to be like just turmoil and destruction and death and like no hope in sight kind of thing? Like, like what direction or where is it going? And like, it's just, I don't know. Like, it's just so like, because before I feel like with the presidential elections, like, you kind of had an idea. You had an idea, like, okay, so if this guy gets elected, yeah, we're gonna see like this, and that. If this guy gets elected, yeah, we're gonna see this. But like, outside of the fact of, oh, Trump is gone, or Biden didn't get it, like, what else is outside of that? Like, what is to expect after that? Like, nobody really knows. And I won't dare say that conspiracy theorists are anyone that I would trust either. But like, outside of them like squawking the same stuff that they have been since he took office, which, by the way, conspiracy theorists, just about every single thing that you guys been screaming about still hasn't happened. So stop. So like, like, you just don't know.
It's the second coming of Jesus.
Yeah, that happened in 2010, 2012, 2015. So like, you just don't know. Like, we don't know exactly what's going to be coming about it, and like, we don't know the results.
Well, another scary thing to think about too, at least for me, is everyone said it was going to be bad when Trump became president. Now, maybe it did become bad for a lot of people or some people, whatever. But I think after like the 4 years, we're not doing as bad as people said. They said we were going to be in a new war. They said all this shit was going to happen when Trump came in. But now if he wins again or if Biden wins, now what kind of shit are we going to be in? I really feel like
Right.
this is an I don't know period. And
Yeah.
I think there's more
Yeah.
at stake than just ha ha Democrats lost, ha ha Republicans lost. I feel like there's a hell of a lot more at stake now.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yep. And it's just it's weird. It's a weird, weird gray area that I don't think. I mean, no. You know what? Let me not be ignorant, because I'm pretty sure that this has happened. Like this kind of like feeling has been there several times. But like at least in our lifetime, like this is the first time where I can feel like that's the first time I've ever felt like that in my 35, 36 years of being alive. That it's so like we don't know, and it's weird to think about. I mean, like I'm not personally concerned, but it's kind of like I know a lot of people who are, and there's a shit ton of people who are, because the direction, regardless of what direction it goes, unless by some miracle you have some kind of like independent like like some third party that like will jump in and take it, which is not going to happen. But like that, outside of that, it regardless of what side takes it, there's going to be some shit. There's going to be some shit. So it's just I don't know.
Give to be a Native American and just not have to worry.
Well, I mean, they still kind of have to. I mean,
sure, but they also go by their own rules and laws and everything. They don't necessarily abide by the same laws.
Right. That is true, but I mean, they're still being affected by a lot of shit, by Democratic people, Democratic Party lines trying to pander to them and try to persuade them to continue to vote for them, and then you have that kind of deception, but then you also have extreme conservative lines or people who are like basically belittling their struggle and racist to them as well. I mean, if it's not it's not our country's issue, but like if you've heard about the issue regarding like the lands of fishing and stuff that they have up there in Canada, that they're having that, like that whole shit that's going down. A lot of them are basically your conservative type people. Like they are up there doing the same exact shit. So it's like, I mean, they go by their own rules. They have their own set of laws. I mean, they do have things that you and I don't necessarily have. However, the stupidity of the country, they feel the effect also.
Yeah, that is true.
It's weird, man. I don't know. So I mean, this week is gonna really be something else. It's gonna be something else for sure.
Yeah, I guess we'll just have to see what happens. I guess there's really nothing else we can do.
Yep. That's right. I mean, right on the head. We just kind of have to take it as it comes. But I mean, that's just gonna make me wonder how people are going to act, and everyone has become such a, I don't know, such a pioneer, like in their own minds, like we're gonna lead the revolution, blah blah blah, enough of this, enough of that, and this is on both sides too, which is weird, is that each side believes that their own sides and opinions are like revolutionary, that they're here to change the world and make the country better, but yet like they're still causing. They're causing the issue that they say they're trying to fix. It's just, I don't know, man. And this is why I hate politics, because it's like nobody ever really sticks to what they say they're going to stick to. Nobody.
No, absolutely not.
Whatever keeps them earning that nice ass paycheck so they can work half of the year and not have to do a fucking thing and see very
I'll
little.
tell you this, dude. I never paid attention to how many breaks the House and Senate get, but man, I've paid attention this year. I've definitely paid attention this year. Like they work for a week and they go on break for 3 every month. It's like, when do you guys actually do any work?
Yeah, when does anything actually happen? Granted, I can't speak for all of them, but it's just I'm constantly hearing how they're
It
going to
seems
reconvene
that way
weeks later.
though.
Yeah, we're right. Yeah, yeah. Like I hear nothing but constant like they're reconvening in a couple weeks. They're like, well, what are they going to do in the meantime? Like, are you kidding me? What are they doing?
Yeah, like the whole I heard the other day that there was like a leaked, released conversation that Mnuchin wrote a letter to Pelosi and called her out, and then Pelosi wrote a letter to Mnuchin, called him out, and both of them kind of stated in their letter that the past 114 days they've been talking about doing a stimulus check, and I'm like, wait a minute, you're telling me you guys have been in talks for 114 days when you literally could have just like you could have just figured it out, either yes or no. It's not that hard.
Yeah, that's like 4 months,
Yeah,
almost four
insane.
months.
Insane. 114 days and you're still in the same spot you were when you started.
Yeah, absolutely no progress. But you were definitely getting paid for all that time.
And time, like paid vacation because they took all those vacations and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, yo, what were you guys doing? You just chilling at the beach, hanging out with your family, while the rest of us were starving and homeless.
Yep, and that's why. That's why I'm like, God, man, I don't have any confidence in the government. I really do. I do not.
No, absolutely
Because it's obvious, especially this year. It's obvious that not jack shit's getting done, and it's only benefiting them. Like nothing they do is detrimental to their livelihoods. It's everyone else underneath them that it affects, and as much as they want to talk about how they're fighting for the people, blah blah blah. Really, you're fighting? Really? Okay. What are you fighting for in the 3 weeks that you're constantly taking and all these breaks and vacations? What exactly are you doing?
no. More paid vacation.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've never seen, honestly, I have not seen not one person come out and say, "Hey, I'm a Democrat or I'm a Republican, representing this state, and this is what's going on, blah blah blah." But during the meantime, during these downtimes, this is what I've been doing. This is my rap sheet. This is let me fill you in on some of the stuff that we've been doing. Everything is like, okay, I'll just come back in a couple weeks and then I'll act like I'm doing something, but then we'll go back on another break and then that's it. Like,
Yeah,
just like nobody,
it's crazy.
not one representative I've seen, and I'm not even gonna bother jumping into the fucking promotional ads that they put on TV. No, I'm not gonna go there. I don't see anybody doing anything, and maybe they're not allowed to talk about it, about certain things that they're doing.
Well,
But
things need to change, and they need to be upfront about everything from now on.
well, yeah, but let's be honest, that's still affecting their pocket, and none of them are going to allow that to happen.
Yeah.
So it's and you wonder why like the world laughs at this fucking country. It
Yeah.
such a laughing stock, and oh, we're the best and strongest country in the world, blah 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 blah. Yeah, but do you see how like fucked up our infrastructure is? Do you see how corrupt like our officials are? Like, no wonder why people look at Americans and they say, "Oh God, here they come." Like, it's just like nobody, aside from the people that we're like allied with because they benefit from us in some way, shape, or form. Like everyone else could give two shits about Americans, and it's like, really, how are you going to be that like pompous and that like egotistical? I'm from America, the greatest country in the world, blah 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 blah. Then why does the world hate us? then why does the fucking planet like try to avoid dealing with Americans as much as possible? Or when they do, they're angry with us. Like, really? So, like, no, I'm sorry. Like, you can't be the greatest power or greatest country on the planet and have the world hate you. That means there's something wrong with you.
There's something wrong with you.
So it's just I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I'm moving to
I
Canada.
don't know, and it's funny. Well, I mean, they're not doing so hot either, but it's funny how you mention other countries because I've just seen other countries come out recently this past week and say that they're going back into lockdowns.
Yes, yeah, yeah. They're going back into lockdowns. I don't know. I think Italy may have been one of them. I think
Maybe it
Norway,
might have been Italy. I'm pretty sure France was one of them.
France. Yeah, France was one of them. I think Norway. Norway was one of them that they're.
They're gonna be going back into lockdowns, and I said this probably about 4 months ago. Um, America will not go into lockdown again. Not that it won't be advised or that it won't be said we need to go back into lockdown. I don't believe the American people will allow another lockdown. I think there will be an uprising if they try to put us into lockdown again.
Yeah, which will
And
occur
I
if
don't
Biden
think
takes
it's going to
office.
turn out great. Yeah, I don't think it's going to turn out great. I really don't.
No.
Especially if they're saying that we should go into lockdowns because of another outbreak happening or whatever's going on. Americans aren't going to let it happen. There's too many businesses that have already closed and people have lost their life savings, and more companies are not going to be able to survive another lockdown on top of what we've already done. It's
Right.
not like we can have outside eating again. I mean, it's going to be winter like
Right.
tomorrow.
Right.
So it's not like, oh yeah, no problem, we'll just have outside eating. That's not going to happen.
Right.
Businesses will go under.
Right. Again, and it's bad enough that so many people have already lost what they lost because of the first shutdown. Now you're gonna have them get back into that very, very dark hole again, and them having to start all over again. Like, are you serious? I mean, granted, don't get me wrong. I still believe a modified shutdown or a strict, more strict, shutdown policy. I mean, I can't even say shutdown because not a shutdown, but it's going to be very tight, restrictions on things. Like I can understand that being something, but like to completely say like, hey, we're gonna have to again temporarily close our doors, for this, that, and the third. Like monetarily, like financially, most businesses have not recovered financially from the first shutdown. So a second one will really do them in. It'll be the nail in the coffin. I can agree with you. Like there's going to be a mess of an uprising. Like I can see that happening. And here we are being conspiracy theorists.
Well, I don't think what we're talking about is a conspiracy theory. I think it's a conspiracy truth because I'm telling you, no one took it lightly the first time, and everyone, oh, the coronavirus is fake and blah 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 blah. You think that's not going to happen again, but even worse this time?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's gonna be much worse. Oh, Biden didn't win or Trump didn't win, and that's why we're on this fake shutdown. It's gonna be even worse now. It's gonna be 100% absolutely worse.
Yep. No, I can totally agree. Those people who were pissed off but didn't do anything before are going to be pissed off and now doing things. They're now going to go and actually start taking action to what they didn't do before because they were just hoping and waiting that nothing got worse. And now that it's going to get worse, especially when you have Emperor Cuomo, like it's going to it's shit's going to hit the fucking fan and it's going to hit it hard.
I agree. I agree. So, honestly, again, I'm not taking any sides in this political battle, but I honestly feel bad for whoever is president come Wednesday or January 1st, whatever it may be. I honestly feel bad because they're not going to have a fighting chance to begin with. at all. They're gonna have to deal with this shit first.
Mm-hmm. No
And
one's gonna.
if anything, it's gonna take their whole 4 years, or in Biden's case, if it becomes him, it's gonna be his entire first term that he's just gonna have to clean up what's going on right now.
Right. Right. And the thing that's not gonna help, and I know it's gonna happen. Again, regardless of who gets it, is the other side. They're gonna be so upset that they're not gonna put aside differences to help the other side get the country back in order.
Absolutely not.
Because they're
They
not
can't
getting
put their
their side.
differences aside to give us relief.
Right. Right, yeah.
You
right.
think they're gonna do that to fix the country? No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Either side won't get their way, so the best way to get revenge is to just sabotage and ruin it or slow the process for the next person or the other side. It's ridiculous. They're not seeing that there's fucking people suffering out here. That too.
I think they see it. I don't think they care.
Well, yeah, that.
But one thing that does make me kind of happy is, I think we're gonna hear a lot of talk possibly this week. Besides the election, the Fed and Wall Street is openly coming out and saying, "Hey guys, this is really bad. The stock market is about to absolutely crash on us, like real bad. It's about to crash." And everyone's like, "Oh, the stock market's fine. Look at these reports. They're doing so good." They're not. The reports they're getting now is from back when we got our $1,200 stimulus check, most of us.
Uh-huh.
That's why the reports look so good. But new reports are about to be coming out, and they're not going to look good at all. I think that right there is going to force another stimulus check, no matter from who it comes from. Because if the rich aren't getting their money, it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
They're the ones who speak louder.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's going to be some kind of relief somewhere in the near future because of that instance that's going on, but it's not going to be because we need help or we need money. It's going to be because the rich aren't getting richer. That's why it's going to happen.
Yeah. Ugh, God, I hate people.
It's pretty sad that that's the way it is,
but that is the way it is. Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. Well, enough about that shit. Oh, you know what? No, we'll stay on it for just a few seconds because I know I've mentioned it a couple times, but conspiracy theories, I need to poke fun at this for a minute.
Okay.
Because I'm still on the fence about this, but it's so, like, it's so batshit crazy that, like, I have to talk about it.
I'm excited to hear this now.
Alright, so QAnon. Let's get into that.
Okay.
So the latest conspiracy theory is that one of the Kennedys is going to be somehow coming back from the dead of some sort. Like
wait,
he's been
wait, what?
He's been off the one of the Kennedy brothers that's supposed to that was supposed to be like I don't know whether it had been president or coming up in like the presidential races or something that like years ago, but like was said to have like died or went missing or whatever the case is. Like basically like this person, can't remember who it was. Robert Kennedy? Was it Robert Kennedy? Like went under the grid, like literally like fell off the face of the planet and was in hiding basically. And so all this time has passed, and they were gathering up intel on corrupt politicians and like conspirators and co-conspirators to a lot of wrongdoing in the government, a lot of wrongdoing, and that's from like the House, the Senate, judicial branches, like the FBI, CIA. Like there's a large web of people who are really fucking shit up, and then so that's what has been happening, at least to my understanding. So the conspiracy is that this Kennedy figure, who also was given a lot of information by John F. Kennedy, is going to be coming out and is going to be like clean sweeping with proof everyone who has been like a part of this corruption, and that also includes like, you know, pedophilia rings within the government that are like tightly like secured and protected by the government officials that they're said to have been like basically exposing, putting on blast. And around the election time is when this guy is supposed to just suddenly pop up out of nowhere, out from under the rock that he's been under. And when Trump gets reelected, that means he's going to come out of hiding, and suddenly they're just going to make all these fucking, like, unicorn and rainbows, heavenly changes in the fucking government. Like,
the heavens are going to split.
The gates are going to open up, and then all these angels are going to come down and clean sweep the government. Like that is the batshit crazy type shit I hear from these QAnon conspiracies.
I don't know where you're hearing this from, but I'm glad you're hearing it and I'm not, because I would lose my shit if I was literally reading that.
Yeah, I like.
So this year is going to be the year where some dead guy comes back and just blows a hole in the whole government?
Yeah, like Elvis is apparently coming back and is going to just fuck it. Like, I don't understand why these people believe this. And it's like this huge movement. Like, what? Really? So you mean to tell me that you're going to believe in fucking zombie Kennedy, but you're gonna say no, COVID is not real? Like, are you? Is that what you're telling me right now? You are serious. You are seriously telling me that the undead Kennedy brother is going to just magically appear and is going to make things right, but yet you can't believe that masks help you protect from the virus, or that just the virus is real in general? Like, that's what you mean to tell me? I just fucking Lord.
Sounds pretty legit, honestly. If you ask me, sounds pretty legit.
I would love. You know what? I would love to hear your explanation of this. I would love to hear your explanation.
I mean, honestly, this Kennedy dude, he's probably just hanging out with Tupac in like Africa, and they put together a couple of CDs and. You know, they're kind of just bored of making music, and the only way to get a real good video out there is to do a video with DJ Khaled, and they're like, we gotta come back from the dead so we can get a feature with DJ Khaled in the States. That's probably what's honestly really going on.
Oh, God.
And whoever in the government is corrupt, they're just gonna put out this ultimate diss track on them during the election. It makes sense.
God! And you know what? They're gonna bring Akon to sing. They're gonna do a remix to his song.
Nobody hires Akon anymore.
No. Listen, like they're going to put Akon on a remix track, and it's gonna be super simple. It's gonna be like, you gonna get locked up. They're going to create a weird ass remix, and
I don't know what song that's from. But...
DJ Khaled is gonna be in the back saying, "Oh,
he's gonna say another one."
Yeah, exactly. You thought the Kennedys were gone, but look, we got another one. It just, oh my God, ridiculous. Yeah. So. That's why I was like, you know what? I need to bring up this conspiracy theory thing, and
yeah, I haven't heard that.
Oh,
First
yeah.
I'm hearing that is from you, so I'm kind of glad I haven't heard it, because I'd be questioning a lot of things.
Yeah, and I get to look at this stuff almost daily, because who
on your Facebook is posting this crazy shit?
Oh, I'm not name dropping, but I'm just gonna say
No, listen here, Dame Drops. You better name drops. You better put them on blast right now.
No.
Put them on blast. I want to question them myself and say, hey, what time is this spectacular halftime show coming up during during the voting process during the election night.
America's presidential halftime show. Like, when is this whole thing supposed to go down? And you know what? Like,
You want to see some Janet Jackson titties during the election?
ugh, nope. Let's not. Let's not have. Listen, America itself is a malfunction. We don't need any more malfunctions occurring. All right.
But that's how we're gonna make America great again.
We should make America function again. Like that. That would be a fantastic shirt. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Make America function again.
Well,
Mafa.
I mean, look, I got I got about 4 years and some change, and I can run for president. So
4 years.
just keep that in mind. You got to be 35.
I'm 35 now. I should run for government.
You can run now, and then by the time your first term's up, I'll run.
Yo, I'm just thinking something. If I were to run for president and you be my running mate, like,
yeah,
what would be your campaign slogan?
You know what? You know what? I thought about it. All right, so next Sunday we're gonna do a podcast. Since we're having issues with the musical videos that we recorded, I think next Sunday you're gonna come over. We're gonna shoot that. We're gonna shoot if we were to run for president, what our slogans would be, what our first presidential debate would be. We're gonna shoot that. It's gonna be our next video.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay. Do I
think that'd be fun.
Do I have to be prepared for anything?
No, dude, our best content... Look, when are we ever honestly really prepared? Our best content is when we're not prepared.
Yeah, it was just off of the fly. Oh, no, alright, cool. I mean, what exactly are we going to talk about, though? Like, that just makes me wonder, like, okay, what would be
possible? About if we were elected, what we would change.
Oh, God, okay. Okay.
Honestly, like more of a joking matter. It doesn't have to be super serious, but I think we can actually have some real good fun with this one.
Yeah. Okay, I'm okay with that. Yeah, we can do that.
I think that'd be some funny content.
Oh God, yeah. Cause I'm already thinking about some shit that I would mention.
Well, we were talking about doing something presidential-like that would be funny, and
yeah.
Honestly, I can't fall asleep enough on camera like Biden does, so I don't think we could have had that debate. But I think this debate, if you and I were to actually run as presidents, I mean, Kanye West took a shot at it. Why can't we?
Right. Well, we're broke, so we have less of a chance.
But, I mean, as you see, when the money ran out and it didn't matter about money anymore, he also dropped out. So
yeah,
we gotta have real views here, and that's what we have that he didn't.
Well, I don't know if my views are going to be considered real.
Hey, they could be someone's real views. Look, if someone thought Kennedy was going to come back from the dead and expose the government, I'm pretty sure your views can't be that bad.
This is true. This is true. No, man.
I hope that person hears this podcast too. They probably won't, but I hope they do. I'd love for them to message me personally, and we can discuss this and how crazy they are.
Maybe somebody here would be like, you know what? I kind of agree with him. Let me support him. No.
I highly doubt that one.
It could happen.
Could, but I don't think it's going to.
I have to take a huge shit, by the way.
Why would you do that? You better squeeze them cheeks.
Clench that asshole. Oh my
You
God.
better pretend you're in jail and your life depends on it right now.
You shall not pass. You shall not pass.
Harry Potter must not go back to Hogwarts, or terrible things would happen to Harry Potter.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh
man.
shit, man.
How long have we been recording for?
We've been on for 50 minutes.
Okay. Well, it's close. Hold in there a little longer.
It's close. So
Pretend you're Appa and yip yip.
Oh my God! Pretend you're up and yip yip. Oh jeez. Oh God. So on to other things, man. What'd you do for Halloween? Like, what was your
I did absolutely nothing.
No?
Nothing at all. Nope. Halloween did not happen this year. I did not work the haunted house. It never happened. We took a year off.
Ass
There's no Halloween. Well, what was I supposed to do?
I don't know. Find friends.
Go to some Halloween party and fucking catch COVID? Yeah, I'm good.
Is that what you were worried about?
I don't know. No, I mean, no. Honestly, I didn't like people before COVID. This just gives me an excuse.
So nothing, like literally, absolutely nothing. You did nothing.
No, I just stayed on Xbox and played video games like I always do. It was a regular day, man. Holidays mean absolutely nothing to me. There is nothing special about any holiday out there.
Man, you're exciting.
It's just another Hallmark made-up holiday to get you
What?
to spend money. That's all it is.
What?
Yeah.
I will not have you sullying the name of my favorite holiday of the year. The only holiday that matters.
What, 4th of July?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Viva America. Yeah.
President's Day?
Yeah. That's probably the worst. You will not talk shit about Halloween. Just like you won't talk shit about Togo.
With Halloween. It's just it's not the same. I'm not a kid anymore. I'm not gonna go out and trick or treat. What am I gonna do? Like go to some stupid local party with people and watch half-wasted, barely wearing any clothes women get drunk and talk about how terrible their boyfriend is? I can go on the internet and go to Pornhub and watch something for free. You know, like what am I gonna do at a Halloween party that I can't do at home?
It's funny that you mentioned like, oh, you know, this, that, and third. You know, watching half drunk women, half naked. I mean, you do that on TikTok. So why not just see it in person?
Absolutely. Then you gotta like talk. You gotta talk to these people and interact, and then you realize how dumb people are in person. And then the whole time I would just be like, man, I wish I could just leave this party.
You're boring.
Plus parties just remind me of just like people doing drugs and getting drunk and acting stupid.
What fucking party do you go to?
What do you mean? What kind of party do you go to? You guys bust out board games and shit?
Some of them, yeah, depending on the type of party that we have.
Yeah.
What?
Just sit at home and play a video game with friends online.
Listen, the parties you go to depend on the people that you go to see.
That's true.
Like if your issue is, you know, drunk idiots who can't hold their liquor or can't control themselves or who are addicts and are just cause nothing but problems and make shit unenjoyable, that's on you. You should find new friends.
Well, no, it's not on me because I don't go to those functions. I also tend to keep my friend circle extremely small so I can count them on one hand. So I have less people to worry about letting me down later on in life.
Yeah, well, that's so
a smart way.
No.
A smart way to handle it.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I mean, I've got millions of associates. They might call me a friend and they might think we're friends, but my circle of friends are extremely small. Extremely small. I'd rather keep it that way. Things are better that way.
Yeah, perspective, I guess. I mean, I'm not a person who likes to stay inside. I'm not. I'm really not. It's just
I
there's.
never used to be, but I don't know.
Yeah, I just can't do it, man.
It it depends, man. It honestly really depends. I mean, anybody that knows me knows that I socialize like crazy, but when I'm by myself, that's not who I am. By myself, I'm more of a secluded. I'd rather just stay home, and I used to like always want to go out and party and have fun and hang out with people and be seen in like the limelight. And now I'm just like, I'm over that phase. I could just sit at home and watch fucking Jeopardy, and I'd have just as much fun, honestly.
You're aging faster than I am.
I mean, that's fine. It's whatevs.
I love.
Maybe I'll run for president before you.
Maybe you should actually. I just couldn't, man. I went to a party last night and it was fun. We legitimately had a fucking blast. I mean, it was outside. Like, we actually stayed outside. Huge ass bonfire, and we were sitting around the fire just talking and joking and laughing. We had food. Everybody bought like a dish to pass and drinks, and we had music going. And it was just so fucking like just laid back, but it wasn't like laid back boring. Like, everybody was like just hyped up, and just it was a good fucking night. Like, that's what I like. Nobody got belligerent, nobody got out of hand, and like everybody was fucking like mature, and like everybody just it was cool. It was that was a fucking fantastic example of the type of gathering I like going to. So, I mean, that's what I did. I did that last night, and I was there for quite some time.
Here's the other issue is I have friends that never ask me to do those things with them either. Hector.
Why am I being thrown under the bus? Wait, why am I being thrown into this? Hold on a second. You're gonna have to explain yourself.
Because in my very small group of friends, you were obviously one of them.
Why?
What do you mean why? Wow. Wow. I feel the feeling is not reciprocated.
Nah, you're in my circle, but I have a way larger circle than you.
Oh, wow, that makes that great compliment you just gave me feel even less.
Like, backhanded.
It's a large circle.
It's a backhanded compliment.
No, yeah, you're one of my friends, but my circle is much larger.
Yeah, but you're not the only friend. I have a lot more friends.
Well, I mean, yeah, I get that.
But no, like, why am I being thrown into
friends
this?
just don't really ask me anymore. I don't know. I tend to. I'm a shitty friend in return. I tend to close myself off. Like, my brother asks me to come over his house all the time to hang out with him and his kids, and I'm just like, I'll get back to you, and then as soon as I say it, I plan to never call him back on purpose.
But see, why?
I just I don't know. I mean, I do know. I don't really want to talk about it. I do know why. It's just
okay.
It's me just being me, just not feeling as confident about who I am, who people see me as much as I show. Like, I show like I have confidence oozing out of my body, but that's not how I feel that people see me. And it's about just dumb shit, like just really dumb stuff that makes no sense, and it shouldn't even hold me back from doing things, but it does.
Huh. Yeah, because I was going to say, like, well, shit, in reference to last night, like, what did you expect me to do? you don't like getting out anyway, so you're, like, why would I bother you to get out if you already make a strong stance for not getting out?
No, see, that's the thing. I tell people I don't want to do stuff. I want to do stuff. I just don't say that I want to do stuff.
Yeah, well, you're a fucking adult. You're going to have to start, like, being a little bit more honest. I'm not going to read your fucking mind and say, you know what? Maybe Joe doesn't actually want to stay home and he wants to get out. Like, no, if you tell me, like, nah, I'm good, man, I'm going to stay home and chill. Like, okay, I'm going to believe that you want to stay home and chill. So, like, I
mean, you didn't even ask to begin with anyways.
Because I already know how your response is going to be, and I can't tell
You
if
know
you're
what
ever
happens when you
serious.
assume?
I'd make an ass out of you.
And you.
No, no, no. I don't make an ass out of
Yes.
myself because of the fact that I know what your response is, and you preach about that same response all the time. Like, nah, I'm just gonna stay home. I don't feel like getting out. I don't like people. So like, people
you
stop
know what's funny is
bothering.
my mom just asked me like 3 days ago, and she was like, "What are you doing for Thanksgiving?" And I was like, "Probably just gonna stay home." And
Yeah,
she's like,
see,
"Oh, why?" And I'm like, I don't know. I'd rather just be by myself and just keep to myself on holidays. And she's like, "Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna do stuff. So if you want to come over, you can." And I was like, "Yeah, probably not, but thanks."
yeah, see, how the fuck do you expect anybody to really consider asking anything of you if that's going to be how your responses are? Like, you cannot
Well,
expect
okay.
anybody to really go out of their
When it
way to
comes
invite you.
when it comes to my mom, though, that's a different situation. I don't want to go see her anyways, but that's a totally different issue. But I see where you're coming from. I don't know. I There's few people I like to be around nowadays. Especially after like the beginning of this year,
Uh,
with the whole like everyone is supposedly racist and everyone's picking you apart for political views, and I've seen just how shitty people are, and like
yeah,
people that I thought were really good friends are not the same people that I thought they really were.
right.
And it's just like, well, it's probably safer to just avoid everybody. And that's not the right way to think, but it saves issues, man. Just stay home and fuck. I was gonna tell you I got a really good sleep, dude. I've been I've been drinking tea lately, like right before bed, but it's got chamomile in it, and
uh,
boy, past 2 days I've had 12 hours of sleep, man. I can't remember the last time I've had 12 hours of sleep.
I
I
can't either.
usually get like 4 hours of sleep a night, and these past 2 days I've been drinking chamomile right before I go to sleep, and I'm like, oh, dude, it ain't shit. The second I close my eyes, I fucking wake up, and I'm like, whoa, how did it get to me this time?
Yeah,
It's crazy. It's been knocking my ass out. Adult melatonin, dude. That's what that is.
adult melatonin.
Well, usually that stuff doesn't affect me. Like, people are like, oh, caffeine, haha, it's gonna keep you up all night. I'll chug 3 energy drinks 20 minutes before bed, and I'll go right to sleep, no problem. But for some reason, like, this is really affecting me when I go to sleep. It knocks my ass out. Mike Tyson punched me right in my damn face right before going to sleep. And he said, night, night, motherfucker. I went to bed.
Yeah, like energy drinks. Well, back when I drank energy drinks, they they didn't keep me awake. Like if I passed out, then I fucking passed out.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. But coming back to the holiday thing, dude, I mean, okay, Halloween's one of my more favorite holidays, honestly. Um,
Mm.
but I don't like to do what normal people do on Halloween. Like, yeah, like a party or whatever, that's cool. That's not a big deal. But like, I absolutely, and you're not gonna believe me when I say this, because I work at a haunted house. I absolutely hate horror movies. I think they're the dumbest form of movies out there. I cannot spend all month long watching Halloween movies like everybody does. I can't do it. They're
You
so
know,
predictable, and they're
yes.
not. I can't do it. Everyone's like, "Oh man, I'm gonna watch the Annabelle series," and I'm like, I can already tell you what happens, and I've never even seen them. So like, I don't get into like the normal Halloween stuff. I like the whole like decorating the haunt and like getting into the mood. But this year, just like because of COVID, just kind of like killed everything. And I was just like, I don't really care. I
Yeah,
don't I don't really care.
I will say that fucking like the horror movie industry ish, whatever you want to call it. Like, I really truly do think that they've really lost all creativity.
Yep.
They really have because like just the movies have been all relatively the same premise, the same like the same animation and effects. Like there has not been any true like storytelling. It's just been all the same. Like, oh, like evil child. Oh, like spirit in a fucking doll, or like it just
Possessed doll.
right. Like weird little demonic looking entities. Like there's no longer any real backstory. It's just bullshit. It's the same recycled idea over and over again, just using different
Right.
plots. It's so dumb. Honestly, I hope I don't catch any fire for this one because the movie really wasn't all that great, but I personally enjoyed it. I really think the last two greatest movies that they had a decent storyline was the movie Omen and also Blair Witch Project.
I don't think I've seen Omen. I've seen Blair Witch, and I thought it was cool at the time because like the Gorilla Cam recording that they did was like first of its kind.
Yeah.
So like that was cool to see that aspect. Um, I'd honestly have to say, and they're not good movies at all. But my last favorite like horror kind of movies would be the Saw films. And there's too many of them, and they're beat to death like Fast and the Furious is. But I like to see the intricate, like new, cool ways that they kill people in the show. And
Yeah.
I know how fucked up that makes me sound, and how
No.
psychotic it makes me sound. But it's really cool. Like, well, this is gonna rip open a scar for you. But when Chester was in it, that was one of the coolest deaths I've ever seen in a movie.
Yeah. Yeah, that was actually a
Where they
pretty
killed
fucking
him,
dope scene.
and it was like no matter what, this guy is screwed. But look at the different ways he possibly could die in this movie.
Yeah.
And it's just I don't. It's twisted, but they find these ways of you like questioning like, oh my god, I guess that kind of does make sense. Like they take normal scenarios that could possibly happen or just turn really bad of just everyday stuff that could end up honestly killing you.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
it's really cool. That and what the hell was that movie? Final Destination. That was kind of cool too.
I mean, the first like
But
2-3 movies, but like it,
yeah,
like I said, and this is another reason why, like I said, like there's no real originality anymore. They're just recycling the same shit over and over again. Um,
Final Destination 27.
Scream, Scream is coming out with another one. Like like I don't get it, and it, this isn't horror movie, but like you made a reference to it about like just letting it be done and over with. They are finally announcing that the next like two like Fast and the Furious movies are going to be like that's it. There's no more. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna end
Yeah,
this
the one
story
got
for all of
pushed
them.
back, and then there's one more.
Yeah. So they're gonna finally end it. Thank God. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. But like, yeah. So I don't know. And then there's other movies that like had potential, but I I don't know. They haven't really done it for me. The one movie that I'm referencing specifically was Jumanji
Oh, I was
with The
gonna say, I
Rock
was not
and
expecting that.
yeah, because I want to give that those new because it's like what two of them now like two movies there's like two like I want to give it a chance just because I want to see if it's something that I would definitely watch more series on, but like all those other titles like it's like done and over with, like leave it alone. um you should
Yeah.
they should focus on making movies that matter, like Bumblebee, like following up with
Oh God, please! I hope they don't.
what.
I hope they don't.
You didn't
I
like
think Bumblebee's the
Transformers? You
absolute.
didn't like
I
Bumblebee?
think no, no. I liked Transformers sort of until Shia LaBeouf went to Robot Heaven, and I argue with people all the time. He didn't go to Robot Heaven. Yes, he did. He died and went to Robot Heaven, and that ruined the series for me. And then when I thought it was gonna get good again, to me, they focused on probably the shittiest Transformer ever in the series, Bumblebee. I think he's the absolute worst Transformer.
Really? Who's your favorite?
He's like, see, I like all the bad guys, but when it comes to good guys, like, clearly your franchise is not Bumblebee. It would be more more of a main character. Like not I don't know, not Bumblebee. Like the character that doesn't speak, he uses a cassette tape or a radio station to talk. Like I don't know. It's Optimus Prime is clearly their main
Their leader. Yeah.
hero. Yeah, why would you focus on Bumblebee? That's like if you had an Avengers movie and you're like, you know what, we really like Hawkeye. Let's make him the new leader.
We're gonna focus on Hawkeye. We know the leaders like Iron Man, Captain America, but you know what? We're only gonna make this movie about Hawkeye.
Right, Hawkeye's gonna tell them what to do and he's gonna be in charge and we're gonna focus on him. Like, no. Like that's what I thought when they were like, let's do a Bumblebee movie, and I'm like, why? Like I understand getting the kids excited and into Transformers and all these kids like Bumblebee, but can we ever just say like fuck the kids every now and then and like give fans what they want? Like the adult fans, the ones that are paying to see these movies, not the kids.
I mean, what characters would they focus on then? I mean, what I've heard from a lot of people who not criticized, but who spoke about the movie was that they loved that they brought the movie that when this movie came out, when Bumblebee came out, that it stuck a little bit more truer to the actual story for Bumblebee, like for Transformers, that it followed more of what the timeline, well, not the timeline, but like how things worked out. And I think that's why people hated the Michael Bay movies, is because Michael Bay really didn't follow the story. Like, he really didn't follow
Michael Bay
any
was all about
backstory.
explosions and doing whatever he wanted. Michael Bay kills a lot. Michael Bay has killed a lot of my childhood memories.
So,
Really
yeah.
cool, awesome explosions, but he's killed a lot of my childhood. But me personally, for like the past 5 years, I've been begging and wanting and pleading for them to do a Transformers Beast Wars, not this
That would be
same
dope.
rebooted shit they keep doing. I think eventually it's time. Like, how many times have we gone to the Transformers planet and fought all of these mythical old Transformers that are a bajillion years old that are coming back? Why don't we go to Beast Wars?
Right.
They've never done that in live action. That's more what I want. Not necessarily focusing off of Bumblebee, but more of like changing the entire platform. Period. Let's do something different.
But, I
Stay in
mean,
the Transformers realm, but there's another form of Transformers you can attack.
right. But, I mean, wasn't Beast Wars, like, focused on nothing but the Transformers? There was, like, no humans, no cities, no, it was just
Yeah,
all barren land.
it's how Transformers is supposed to be. There wasn't humans and shit back then. Well, in the cartoons. Nowadays, cartoons, yeah, the Transformers are like rescue bots, and they're like, sure, Captain Joe Smith, I'll go save the cat out of the tree. I'm Optimus Prime, and that's what I do. I save cats.
Save cats. That's the only place you could go with
Cat
the.
saving robot.
Oh my god. I don't know. I don't know. I just think that like some movies or some series shouldn't be worked on anymore. They should be left alone.
Yeah, I think Transformers is one of them.
I really wish they would have done a better job bringing justice to Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, maybe it's me being nostalgic, but I like the original like three movies,
The original live
and
actions.
yeah, the ones with the really scary, old, creepy, like rubber costume ones. Yeah, those.
Those still weren't too bad
Um,
though. Those are actually pretty well done.
no, those. I mean, they don't necessarily. I forgot which one it was. Maybe it was the third one where they like travel through time.
Yeah.
That one doesn't hold up as much anymore, but the other ones do,
Yeah.
and like they're still decent. But the new ones, I don't know. They're not even like turtles anymore. Like even like the new cartoons, they like look like these deformed reptiles. They're not even like turtles anymore. I don't know why they look like Steve from Minecraft and they're all blocky,
Yeah.
but turtles, they need to let turtles go too. There's no craze for turtles anymore. Like, sad to say, but back then when these movies and shows were good, they were based on toy lines, and kids aren't playing with toys anymore.
Yeah.
They're playing with YouTube and Fortnite. They're not playing with toys.
They should make a Fortnite movie. Like, imagine how shitty that's gonna be.
No. Yeah, it'll all be based around Ninja.
Oh God, please no. We don't need to hype that stupid ass up anymore. Fucking trash.
Ninja's going back to Twitch, guys. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna save our
woo!
platform.
Goddamn, fucking loser.
No, but yeah, there's a lot of franchises that need to stop. I mean, I've been saying Fast and Furious. If they'd stop calling it Fast and Furious, I'd like it even more. If they just made it into what it became, like this international CIA space hunt or whatever they're gearing towards. Like their last one, they've got to go to space. Like where do they go from here? You're jumping Grand Canyon. You're bungee jumping with a car across the Grand Canyon, and I don't. Where do they go from here, dude? Launching a rocket into space attached to a Mustang.
don't hate on it.
It's not Fast and Furious anymore. When's the last time they raced? I think the last time I seen a race was when they went to Saudi Arabia, and there was like a 2-minute race at the end of the movie when they were going across the desert at the end.
Yeah.
When's the last time they had a race?
Right. Yeah, it's all been about.
Don't call it Fast and Furious. Call it like Inglourious Bastards 3, and you're taking all of the popular actors from Hollywood now. Like, okay, people might laugh because I'm gonna say I've been liking John Cena movies lately because he's been getting more adult. I like that they added him. He might be able to bring something interesting to the movie, but not Fast and Furious. It's not a racing movie anymore.
Right. They should just call it like Gone in 60 Seconds again.
No, they're already doing that as well. So.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh well. Shit. How about Grand Theft Auto? You know, making a game off of Grand Theft Auto.
You mean making a movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, but which one do they do? They can't do 5.
They can do them all. They all collectively suck. So just throw it into one movie.
No, they can't.
Or you can go into Vice City.
If you do 5, people are gonna bitch that what's his face, the black character, is gonna be too stereotypically black. My favorite character, which is Trevor, the crackhead dude, the drug addict.
Yeah.
That's not going to be politically correct because they're gonna portray him like he really is, and that's going to be insensitive to people's feelings. You can't do 4 because it's going to be too Russian. That's going to be racist. You can't really do Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, you can't really do Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, you could. I still think you could.
Puking.
Vladimir.
Now, what they could do is they could actually put in some good time into the Assassin's Creed series and actually make real good Assassin's Creed movies.
Bro, Assassin's Creed would be
5
ridiculous.
Different time periods?
Yeah.
That first movie was dog shit. Absolutely dog shit. I hated it. But with the right people and the right writing and not planning to do 5, 6, maybe 7 movies and not trying to cram all that information into 1 2-hour movie might end up being better because they tried to cram a whole generation of Assassin's Creed into one movie, and that's why it didn't do good.
Yeah, nope, I agree.
So I've been notified by Blueberry, who's listening to the podcast we just uploaded before this, and he said that I was wrong about the Spider-Mans being in the Spider-Man movie. Those are the ones that are going to be in Doctor Strange. So I've been corrected. They're going to be in the Doctor Strange movie, not the new Spider-Man movie.
Huh. Interesting.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, the only things that I like movie-wise that I'm enjoying, I'm still enjoying superhero movies as much as they've been beat to death. That is something that should probably stop, but I don't want it to, because those are honestly my favorite movies now are superhero movies. But I mean, everything else is just, how many times are we gonna like resurrect Chucky and Chucky's Bride 73?
That's another one. That's a like. Let it go. Like, one, let that, like, there's, what could be so scary about, like, him now? It's just, I don't understand it. Like, why?
There's a lot of franchises that need to die. There's a lot of franchises that need to pick up and like, from books become movies. There's this great book series that I've been reading for, I don't know, some years now, where it bases around Nicholas Flamel, the original alchemist that created the um I don't know the name of the book, the Alchemist book that is referenced in Harry Potter. That's like a prequel to the prequel of Harry Potter.
Mm.
That's before Fantastic Beasts. And there's something that they could attack. It's a great series, but I don't know. A lot of like book series that become movies I end up liking. I never read the books, but like I thought Hunger Games was really good. I don't like the endings in these series though, because it's always very predictable as to what happens.
Mm.
But even even Twinkling Vampires, Twilight. Honestly, I got into it after a while.
It wasn't as bad as a lot of people were trying to make it. Like I didn't see it as being that bad. I mean, granted, I would not want to see more movies out of it because I think they kind of wrapped up everything, like decently well. But I mean,
Yeah.
like when you have a movie series that's coming from like nowhere, where there isn't like a source material, like a book, like a series, like it just makes it like so predictable and boring. Like again, Fast and Furious, like you're just
Uh-huh.
continuing off of the same plot, but like just a little different. But it's literally the same movie each time.
Yep, I agree. I agree, man. I absolutely agree. There's been some recent movies lately that I'm like, wow, I didn't think these would be any good, but they ended up being pretty decent, and they're semi interesting new tales. Like there's a show on Netflix that I have had on my queue for a long time, and I finally watched it like last week or 2 weeks ago. It's called Lock and Key, and it's a different take on a TV show. Like it's never been done before. It's its own thing where there's like magical keys and you use these keys on doors or even people
Mm.
to unlock abilities. So like I can't remember a movie or a book ever doing anything like that. That's an original idea to me.
Yeah.
And even though some of it was kind of stupid, it was original. So I was like, "Oh, this is cool. Like you got me hooked because I haven't seen something like this."
Right. Okay. All right. I that. Yeah. No. 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 I like that.
But yeah, there's no original ideas, man. They're gone.
So actually, really quick to throw it out there. Jeff Kelly, did you see that comment from a week ago?
No.
Thanks for the shout out, by the way. But my suggestion for new content, because he replied on that idea about new content, is to play each other's favorite game and kind of like review it in a way.
Okay.
So I already know what one of your favorite games is going to probably end up being. So I don't
My
know.
only game that I put like 40 hours a week into at least.
Yeah, so I don't know if I even want to get into it because it's just I'm
No,
not a
I
fan.
kind of like his comment. I kind of like his comment. I think we kind of should.
No, because
We got to
that
give the people what they want.
well, yeah, but that means you're gonna want me to play shitty ass fucking.
But it's not shitty. It's great, especially when it's full of lore and story and oh, dude, it's so good. And actually, it's even better for you because not only is it free because it's on Game Pass right now. There's new content coming out on the 10th, like brand new content that is tying it back to the first game, and there is a special form of the game that you play called New Light, which is basically teaching you about what you've missed in the game because you've never played it before. You get a kind of a different storyline because it's teaching you what's going on. So it's actually perfect for you. I know what your possible maybe favorite game would be, and I think it's kind of dumb.
What? Which? Wait.
But
What do you
you're
think
probably
mine
gonna say
is?
Undertale.
I was thinking Undertale, but it's not. Honestly, it's not really my all time favorite.
So what would be? I mean, if it would be Call of Duty, that'd be easy for me.
No, not even Call of Duty either.
What would be your favorite game
It's honestly
if you had to pick?
if I had to pick, I'm gonna go back to the first game that I would say that I became 1,000% attached to is Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy VIII specifically. Um,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, because I think this would work out perfectly. I think I do have that one downloaded, and I have it off Game Pass, if I'm not mistaken.
I think they do have a remastered version downloaded, or on the store.
No, there's 7 and 9. Hold on. Those are on Game Pass. Let me see. I don't know if 8 was ever added.
I don't think it was, honestly. I saw it like you can purchase a remastered version of it, but I don't think it was ever.
5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, no, they do have it remastered. 8. I mean, it's only $20.
Now, my thing is that if that were to happen, you would probably have to just. Well,
that's a little unfair though, because I do actually kind of like Final Fantasy. I'm not a big fan of the turn-based Final Fantasy. I think 15 is the best Final Fantasy, in my opinion. But I do like Final Fantasy, so honestly, that wouldn't be a big deal for me.
No, that's
I don't know if that would be fair, is what I'm saying.
Wait, why wouldn't it be though?
Because you clearly already have a disdain for a game you've never played, whereas I'm like, oh, this is not a big deal. I'll do this easily.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that I wouldn't play it and wouldn't talk about it. I mean, the comment was to play each other's game and give a review on it. So like, okay. you like the title and you like the games, but like, I think they were more referencing on like the story. Like, talk about it. Like, what's I mean, it's not just what you like about graphics and music and like the style of playing, but like the story. Like, how do you feel the story played out? Like, did it seem coherent? Did it seem well constructed? Like that. I think that's what they mean by that. Like, which I'm totally cool with. I'd be totally fine with, and I wouldn't give you Undertale because the story. I mean, it was good. It was a good story, but like, I think it could have been constructed just a little bit better. And there's still a lot of loose ends to the characters that just never got answered. Wow. So yeah. So that I don't know. So that's that. But no, that's not a bad idea. I think I'd be down for doing something for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down. I mean, I guess give your opinion. Mom's calling me real quick, so I do have to take this. I'll be right back. Give your opinion on what you think Destiny will be.
All right. So I think my opinion of Destiny. I think Destiny, to be completely honest, is going to be. I liked what I played way back when. I do enjoyed what I experienced when I started playing Destiny, because I think actually there may be a chance I might still have it downloaded. But like, I didn't play, like, I did nothing but the multiplayer. I didn't do the actual storyline. So going in and playing the storyline, I think I'm going to feel a little bit lost, more than likely. I probably will. But I think I don't know. This is gonna be really hard to tell, because the game is, at least the way I understand it, it's set up in a way where the game is not like the story. The main point, like just the story in itself, it's not just presented like right there. Like, it's just not there. And so it's going to be very hard to. It's going to be really hard to be able to say, like, I know what this game is about. I know what the story is about. Like, that's unfortunately, like, my take on it. So yeah. I mean, I couldn't really give you a definitive, opinion on what I think the game is going to be like, because the game doesn't really tell you what the story is. It's something that you figure out as time goes. Like, it's something that you learn as the game progresses. So yeah, I mean, that's my thing. Not the best description, but that's the only thing that's the best way I can explain it, because there aren't any really there aren't any resources. I mean, well, no, I take that back. There are resources. I could have went out and I could have like researched like what is this game about, like what is this game about? What's the story? What happens in it? Like I could have done that. I could have read all about the characters, but I would rather be like I'd rather go into a game unknown. So
Yeah,
I
that's the best way to do it.
yeah, and that's why I couldn't really tell you what I think the game is about, just because I don't know anything about the game, because I didn't bother researching, simply because like I think it ruins the experience. Like if you know what the game's gonna be about, it creates like this expectation that like if it doesn't meet your standard to what you originally started thinking, it's kind of like, yeah, it was okay, not what I expected though. Where if I go in without knowing any information at all, I can have that expectation set for me. So I'm willing to try it. I'm willing to go through it this time around instead of trying to focus only on the multiplayer.
Focus only on multiplayer?
No. Actually doing the story and not focusing on only the multiplayer, because that's what I did.
Okay. Well, I can definitely tell you that depending on how long we're gonna set time for these. Like, I don't know if we're gonna like give it a week, give it 2 weeks playtime or whatever. I don't know what you want to set, but I can tell you, Destiny-wise, if you are gonna give it a try and actually play it, you're probably not going to be able to experience the end game PvE side of the game, which is like raids and stuff, because you got to be really high for them. So I feel like you're gonna miss out a lot on like the grandiose, like, why am I becoming powerful kind of thing. You'll still get a picture of what's going on and a good understanding, but yeah, you'll definitely be missing some end game content where you won't really be able to discuss. But I mean, is that what we're gonna do? Are we gonna also do Destiny 2, and then you want me to do Final Fantasy 8?
We could, yeah. I mean, I don't see why not. I think that's a great idea, without necessarily having to post content. I mean, we could if we really wanted to. I mean, like, you know how you could do like the screen recording, and but you'd only be able to do. I mean, Xbox only allows a certain amount of time. Right. So it wouldn't be like me where I can just record X amount of time as much as I want. So I mean, it'd be a little bit different
for you too, depending on when you wanted to. When you wanted to do it, you could also, if you wanted, to help create a little bit more content for you, on the YouTube side of things, or like on your streaming side of things, if you wanted, you and I can be in a party, and I'll play Destiny with you. And any questions, concerns, jokes you may have, I can clear things up or help you understand what's going on while you're playing it.
Oh, you mean like do co-op sessions?
Yeah.
So you're allowed to but you're not allowed to do co-op sessions for the storyline, right? Or are you?
Yes. Yeah. The whole thing can be up to 3 people in a fire team.
Did not know that.
The story missions, for everything, up to 3 people.
Okay, well, yeah, no, that sounds like a great idea. Also, and then also, I mean, I can't I unfortunately I wouldn't be able to like actually watch you do it or play it, but because I was thinking what would be great is to be able to kind of like join in on like a party and watch you play through Final Fantasy while being in a party, and then giving funny like commentary to like you going through.
I mean, there is a small way I guess you kind of could, but I was going to say I could stream on Twitch and you could screen grab, but I don't know how well that would turn out.
Right, because there's going to be a delay between what you're doing and then what I'm like speaking on or reacting to. Unless I go there. Unless I go there and
unless you come here and do it.
Right, which I think wouldn't be a bad idea either. So we could definitely talk about it. Like that'll be a good idea. We can figure something out. I think that'll be a really good idea. That'll be a fun idea to start with.
Yeah, for sure.
All
I'm down
right.
with that. I'm just checking my account right now. I think I have like $30 on Xbox, so I could just pick this game up. Yeah, I got
Yeah,
$32.
I mean, I can throw you some money too. I mean, like, why not? I mean,
I
like,
ain't worried about it.
oh, okay, well, whatever. I tried.
No, I'm not worried about it. It's cool.
But yeah, we can definitely discuss that at some point. I think that'd be a good idea. I can re-download Destiny since I already had it at one point, so I'll just re-download it and then play it. Um, but yeah, we can definitely set something up and I'll play it. Wait, did you want to do the same thing where? Oh, actually, no. So I was gonna say, did you want to do the same thing where, like, I like sit in on your gameplay, you sit on mine, but we just discussed the co-op thing. We can
Yeah, I'll
discuss.
sit in on your gameplay and I'll play Destiny with you, and then if you want, next Sunday we'll push back the presidential thing. Like we can talk about it when you get here, and we can kind of like get a layout of what we're gonna do, and then if you want, we can record a session of me playing Final Fantasy with you here.
Right. Yeah. No, that'd be totally fine. And then yeah, that'd be dope. So I mean, that means I would literally have to break everything down, like bring even my capture card, so I can put my capture card to the laptop and like get it nice and set up. Um, but that would require. I know this is gonna you're gonna hate it, but that means I'll have to get there like early, like earlier than normal.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Dude, I like it better when you come over early and get stuff done, because then if we have extra time, we could bang out more content and just save it up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I was gonna say like it's gonna be like 10 in the morning because I have to break so much
I'm
stuff
fine
down.
with that.
Okay. All right.
I'm fine with that.
All right.
Because
Dope.
Saturday I got stuff to do in the morning. Like every 2 weeks we go to the res. I'll just like sleep the rest of that day, and then I'll try to like go to bed early Saturday, and then I'll be good for Sunday.
All right. Cool. Cool. That works. All right. All right. I just didn't want to be like I didn't want it to be a surprise to you.
No,
Dope.
no. The time frame is cool. The only thing I know is there kind of sort of is like a wrestling pay-per-view next Sunday at
God
like
damn it.
7.
All right.
It's at like 7. So how long did you want to record for?
Oh, I don't know because I didn't know how long it's gonna take to actually do everything. No idea.
It shouldn't take that long. We get a couple hours of recording. You're gonna have to edit and shit. We're not gonna put up like a 3-hour video. I mean, unless we are. I don't know.
I mean, we could. I mean, if it ends up being that great, I mean, we could put up gaming videos. That's not a problem. It's the music video shit that's the problem. Um, but yeah, no.
You said gaming videos, and I heard gaping videos. I was like, what?
Wow, no, that's not what we're doing. Good lord.
All right, and who said that we should do this?
What is his name? Matt Kelly. Matt. Wait, was it Matt? Hold on, let me shrink this here. Let me go back to my comments.
I think that's Blueberry's little brother.
Yeah, Matt Kelly.
Yeah, that's Blueberry's. That's Patrick's little brother. Okay.
Yeah. So, yep. Let's see. What video was it on though? Hold on a second. Where's all my comments again?
Oh, you know what? I thought of it too. Let me talk to him and see how he feels about it. We could you, me, and Blueberry could go through Destiny 2 together. As a full fire team of 3, we'll do the story missions with you. There's things in the game called like strikes and stuff like that. If we don't join you, you're gonna get put with random people anyways. So we could just do some content with you and just a full fire team, 3 of us. We could sit in a party together, and I think it would have some really good commentary between the 3 of us.
Yeah. Why not? Totally down for that.
Sweet. It just depends on when you want to start doing that.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as possible, it'd be dope. Like, I'm totally okay with it, man. I'm definitely okay with.
What about? Yeah, but see, you're working all week long. What time do you have during the week?
During the week?
Yeah.
What time I mean, typically during the week, I normally have evenings. Like, legitimately, it's evenings. After like 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we could start tomorrow if you wanted after 6, because you're gonna need time to download it and shit anyways.
Yeah.
It's a pretty beefy download.
Whoops. I accidentally opened one of the one of the videos because I was checking to see because I was like, I know it was somebody else. So it was Jeff Kelly. Jeff said
Jeff Kelly.
Yeah, it says Jeff Kelly.
Oh,
Unless
I have no idea who that is.
unless Jeff was commenting from somebody else's like account by accident.
Maybe.
Yeah, because Jeff Kelly said that, and then Matt said that this is great. Love the content.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll try to figure out who that is then. Blueberry's got another brother, I think. I don't know, but I'll ask him. But yeah, tomorrow, to me, that sounds good. After 6, if you want, we could play for a couple hours, and unless you have other plans tomorrow.
No, I mean, the only plan that I had was streaming, but that's not, like, I don't have set schedule for that. I just stream throughout the week at random times.
Well, I mean, that could be part of your streaming.
I mean, that could, yeah. I mean, that could be, I could just stream, well, but how am I going to stream that? Am I going to stream that normally to Facebook, or...
Stream it to YouTube. Where do you normally stream to?
Facebook. I do Facebook gaming.
Oh. How would you normally do that?
Xbox
to Facebook.
Oh, like the capture card. My capture card goes straight to. It goes straight to
the only other thing that you're adding is a party chat with me and Blueberry, but does the audio transfer over?
It should, yeah. As long as we do Xbox party chat, like that'll translate over.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, we should be fine then. You can continue to do it the same way you do. You're just adding a variable to it.
Yeah, we should be fine. So, yeah, that sounds dope. Let's plan for tomorrow. If not, then we can always still, check in. Okay, so not Monday. How about Tuesday? We'll just play by ear.
Okay. And, yeah, we'll put the other videos on hold that were recorded. We'll put that on hold until you come over next Sunday, and we'll discuss everything that day.
Yeah.
So don't worry about doing that. Yeah, we're good then. So are we double uploading today then, or?
Yeah. As soon as I get this down, I'll upload episode 9 actually, since 8 went up and 8 is up there, and we'll be doing 10 or not. Sorry, 9. Wait, hold on a second. Yeah, 9. So this will be 9. 9 is gonna go up today as well, and then we can focus on the other videos, and then obviously the aftermath of the election shit next week.
Yeah, we'll add like a preview to me playing your game, and then the aftermath of everything. That could be our podcast next Sunday.
Yeah, we could talk about the experience actually we had with that, and like, we could just talk about it.
I might actually try to watch it live too, honestly.
Yeah,
that way I have more to talk about.
Yeah, if I get a chance to, I'll tune into some of it, see what I can kind of grab, or talking points or whatever.
Yeah. All right.
All right, that works.
That seems to be that. I think that's gonna wrap up today then.
Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen. That was this was episode 9. Absolutely fucking fantastic discussion today, as always. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to this hour and 42-minute podcast. For you guys who tune in, we really, really do appreciate it. And as always, make sure that you like, comment, share, leave suggestions to topics you would like for us to talk about, types of videos that you would like us to make. We're definitely open, as long as it's not Seinfeld or Friends. So we're sticking by that. Yeah, a podcast would not be a podcast unless he said that and Jimmy's mom. So you might as well throw that in there. There we go. As you extremely cut out to that, you like...
Jimmy's mom.
There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great week. Stay clean, stay safe, wash your hands, wash your ass, wear a mask, all that stupid shit. So we will see you guys next week, bitches. Nothing else? No?
No.
All right.
I don't have
All right, out.